The eye of the storm is still well off the shoreline, but the impact of Hurricane Florence is already being felt along the East Coast with strong winds and heavy rain. A storm surge is already causing flooding and some damage in areas as tens of thousands of people are already without power, and that number is expected to grow as the hurricane moves in. Our meteorologist Angela Buckman has been tracking this storm for days, and so far, unfortunately, it is living up to the billing.
It is, and that video really tells the story of how powerful that storm surge is, just knocking things down in its path. That's going to be a concern, along with the potential for several feet of rain. This is the radar image of Hurricane Florence. At this point, still a Category 2. New information coming in from the National Hurricane Center. Should have that for you in a couple of minutes. But for now, winds sustained at 100 miles an hour. Category 2 hurricane. But this is a large hurricane, and the eye still sitting offshore, forecast to make landfall in the next 12 hours or so in between Wilmington and Morehead City. So we're in the coastal sections of North Carolina. We've had some buoy reports with winds already gusting over 100 miles per hour. Right now, the highest gust near 78. Winds will be an issue, that storm surge an issue, and the potential for flash flooding due to heavy rain. So where does Florence go? Still as a Category 1 or 2, making landfall in the next 12 hours, and then it's going to sit across the southeastern part of the country and soak the southeastern part of the country over the weekend. Still more to cover, and I'll have a few of those early storm reports for you in a few minutes.
All right, we'll check back. Thanks, Ange. The assault from Hurricane Florence has started along the southeastern seaboard, lashing the coast from Virginia all the way through the Carolinas, and the worst of the storm is still to come. NBC's Jay Gray is in the middle of the strike zone tonight in Carolina Beach, an area where the storm is expected to make landfall.
The early calling card from Florence: driving rain, wind and wave.
This is a powerful storm that can kill. Today, the threat becomes a reality.
And this is just the beginning. Roads have already been washed over. Communities from Virginia through the Carolinas are filling up, water pushing into places it's not supposed to be, and more is on the way.
The first bands of the storm are upon us, but we have days more to go.
The massive storm is expected to linger.
Let's get out of here.
This is enormously dangerous.
Meandering along the coast for 36 to 48 hours, battering communities across the strike zone. Jay Gray, NBC News, Carolina Beach, North Carolina.
And there are dozens of Hoosiers in North Carolina tonight waiting out the storm so they can step in to help once Florence lets up. Indiana Task Force 1 posted these pictures just a few hours ago showing the first responders huddled together around the cots where they will be staying as the storm passes over. They wrote, quote, "The planning continues as Hurricane Florence creeps ashore." And this powerful storm gets closer to making landfall. We will continue to keep you up to date on the air, on our website, and on our news app.